Hello, everybody. I still have that in my ear. That's weird. Uh, um, I am getting over some weird allergy sickness thing. Um, when we moved in here, it was very, very dusty, and parts of it were very dirty. And with all the trees and it being spring, um, like our allergies are completely screwed right now. So it's just, I cannot wait for this to I should just go get some damn. Anyway, wrap up. April wrap up. It's the 12th. It's time for the wrap up from last month. Zoe's wrap up will be coming soon. She wants to finish getting everything situated so we could start filming in the living room. So that'll be cool. Get our bookcases back up again, fill them up. Oh, it's going to be lovely, lovely, lovely. Frenzy. Okay. Let's see here. So in April, I read. Are you ready for this? I read 47 books in April, and you're like, bullshit. And you might be right. And the reason is because, and I don't know how you guys feel about this, but a lot of it was audiobooks that I was just playing in my earbuds while I was doing everything we had to do around the place, packing, moving, unpacking, packing, just doing. There was a lot of things that needed doing that made everything difficult. So I went through a bunch of books in my Audible, and then I went through them again. And I just kept playing them over and over again. So everything's kind of strange, but there are a few things I want to hit. So the month started off with me reading a bunch of Stephen King short stories. I started with The Gunslinger, and I read it in the original format before the rewrite. And I really, really enjoyed that first story. And the farther it went, the less interested I was in it. And I think I've talked about this before, but for me, what makes an awesome Western is the mystery surrounding your hero, the man with no name who comes into town and blah, 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 blah. And when that convention got turned on its head and we started learning more about him, I was less interested, even though I found the stuff about him becoming a man really, really interesting. I just didn't like it in that story for some reason. So anyway, so that got me on a kick of going through Stephen King's short works and seeing if I found that they were better than his novels. Which I do believe his short stories are much better than his novels. And then I started going through those, and I wanted to go through them in chronological order to see, what, to see if I could tell at all when he started changing certain things and stuff. So I started with Night Shift and then Skeleton Crew, and I did a video comparing the two. And then I read Nightmares and Dreamscapes and Everything's Eventual. And I'll do a comparison video about those two later on. And I'll let you know what I think about it then. Then, as far as art books go, they're not at hand, but my Frank Frazetta book is just lovely and gorgeous, and oh, it's so great. And the Margaret Brundage book is amazing. Like learning about her was so interesting. So there's a lot of artwork in it, in both books, with like little, not quips, but like little stories, little anecdotes of their lives and stuff like that. So there's that. Then I read Grimscribe and Songs of a Dead Dreamer, both by Thomas Ligotti. And if you recall, and next month's read along is going to be Conspiracy Against the Human Race, along with Teatro Grotesco. And I'm going to make like a reading list of how to tackle those two. So hopefully that'll be something you're all into. And these two collections of short stories, I feel like these are. I think I did a video about this. I think if you like Lovecraft, you will really like these. But I think a lot of the Lovecraft charm won't be there. And there's a couple stories where you can see where Ligotti will end up as a writer. And those like just shine through. Because Teatro Grotesco is like just an amazing collection of short stories. I really, really, really enjoy it. And the more time goes by, the more fond I am of it. So there's that. Then I read about a gajillion Bukowski books, and we won't talk about those because you guys don't hear me banging on about Bukowski for long enough. Then I read a Schopenhauer book called Studies in Pessimism. And like Conspiracy Against the Human Race, this was really cool, but I feel like I need to read it like 2 or 3 more times in order to be able to articulate thoughts about it. It's horribly interesting. I really, really liked it. And then finally, I read The Stranger by Albion. And I can't believe I never read this book. I actually thought I had already read it. But the book that I read a couple years ago by him was The Plague. And it was okay. I didn't love it. I barely liked it, if I recall. And it was very forgettable for me. And but for some reason I thought that was The Stranger. So I just never read it. And so in reading The Stranger, how much time have I been yapping here? Okay. The Stranger is probably the first book I've ever read where, while reading it, I was like, that's what I would have said. That's what I would do. Because a lot of times I get pissed off when I'm reading books because I'm reading it and I'm like, no one would fucking do that. Like, or maybe people do that, but I wouldn't fucking do that. Who the fuck would do that? And get like really kind of upset. But like when like there were actual, like I think there were two separate conversations in this book that I have actually had with people, and that was like probably one of the scariest things that ever happened, because it was like you're reading something and then like it's like deja vu, and you're like, what the fuck just happened here? But anyway, so this book was really, really, really good. I really enjoyed it. The thing that I think I didn't really enjoy about, like, not that I didn't enjoy about it, but if I were to point out a flaw, I don't know if that's even the right word, but I would say, like, when I'm reading it and thinking about it, like, this character is so much like me, and I'm so much like this character, like, this is weird. The thing that's different is that I think I get really excitable, and words I say sound aggressive even if I'm not meaning them to, once you hit a certain point. And in this book, his aggressiveness, let's say, when it finally appears, like, it's almost like, why did you even have to go down that road if you weren't going to have it be like this until right now? So that's my only complaint with the book. It's definitely one of those that I'm going to probably read a couple more times, just because I enjoyed it so much. So those are the books I read this month or last month. And if you've read any of them, let me know. And if you've ever had a moment like that where you read a book and just felt like deja vu with the character, let me know about that down below. Because the last time that happened was with Bella from Twilight and me. That's kind of a joke. So anyway, I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.